Tom Bleakley is here. Had the pleasure of meeting him at our golf outing a couple of weeks ago, and good friends with Dan and Claire Murphy. Tom is, among other things, a trial lawyer. He's got his Ph.D. He's an author, too, that's released a new legal thriller called Serenity. That's, I think, his second novel, fourth book, being converted into a movie script. And one of the noted things that we see on the list here that made us want to talk to him right now is the fact that he took a writing class from Elmore Leonard. Tom, nice to talk to you again. Welcome to WJR.
Thank you, Paul W., and good morning.
What was that like, spending time in a classroom with Elmore Leonard?
Well, it was about a 3-hour seminar that he conducted at Oakland University locally, and he was always a big person in supporting Detroit, as you know. He was a pithy person in the sense that he'd get right down to brass tacks, and I was making a transition from my trial practice to writing fiction, and exactly at the right time I ran across him. So what he taught me is how I conduct my writing day, which is to get up early and write until you run out of things to say that particular day.
Sure, and he was very regimented at that, that's for sure. And we have so many stories going on around here that could take a lawyer with the ability to write, either whether you do something, well, I think kind of like this book. This is a fictionalized version of a real case. Imagine what you could do on the compounding center mishap in Massachusetts, for example. What could be written? Maybe that one wouldn't. Maybe that would be nonfiction for you. And the thing with this Dr. Fatah locally. Talk to me a little.
Well, I think both of those examples are, in my judgment, the kind of things that the consumer or the individual patients need to start investigating and paying attention to, because everything is not always as it seems. And I think that was even the goal of my writing the book, is that if I fictionalize something, people will find it interesting and inform themselves about the fact that drugs are dangerous. Some medical treatments are dangerous, and it's just important to know those kind of risks before you venture into the arena.
You worked in the pharmaceutical industry early on, and in your book, which I mentioned again is a fictionalized version of a real case, it's a situation of somebody taking a drug where the drug companies have spent a lot of time and effort and probably money to cover up some of the bad effects that caused, in this case, bizarre behavior. This guy's taking the drug. He ends up killing his wife, and the defense is based on him taking this drug and it basically making him do that.
Right.
How close is that to reality?
Well, it's very close. There's a sleep aid that's being used commonly as we speak, and people wind up getting up and emptying their refrigerator, and when they wake up in the morning, there's empty dishes all over the place, and they don't even remember the incident. Or they wake up and they're walking outside, or things of that nature, and that's what these kind of drugs can do to the mind. You don't remember the incidents.
Well, we're talking to Dr. Frank McGeorge, Henry Ford Medical Group, about that a little later this next half hour, where they're now seeing the effects. Before, they used to test these drugs and say, yeah, they help people sleep. What they need to do is see how long they stay in the system. People are driving to work right now still under the effects of some of those drugs.
Exactly.
It makes it dangerous for everybody. Well, the book sounds like a good one. Is it easy to find?
It's easy to find, yes. It can be found on my website, tombleakleybooks.com.
Bleakley, for Bleakley. And this is your fourth book overall?
Yes, it's the fourth book. 2 of them were textbooks, so I made a transition later in my career to writing fiction.
All right, probably more fun.
Yes, right.
And the book is called Serenity. It is a legal thriller written by a guy who has practiced law, who has worked in the pharmaceutical industry, and now is working as an author and enjoying himself. We'll look for Serenity, and I appreciate you stopping by. We always like to promote local guys doing well.
Well, thanks, Paul W., and you have a great day.
You do the same, Tom. Tom Bleakley, a trial lawyer, author now. Serenity from our area.